I'm going to step a little closer to the camera just so you can see that you have to be just inches or feet away from whatever you're trying to get to in order to get there in all of this heavy smoke this morning. But let's walk this way because we're on Water Tower Road here in Myrtle Beach, and I'm going to step over the edge of the road here. Right beside me, almost close enough to touch it, is one of the homes that was burned down here in what is the Barefoot Resort area here in Myrtle Beach. Just one of the areas, the first area really to have been evacuated when the fire started. To get to this shot this morning, we were walking with the fire department escort and several cars in a row, and you had to walk side by side and feel your way along the edge of the road. Like, see how this is, how the dirt is there. We had cars in the middle of the road, and we'd have one foot on the edge of the road, and we were walking side by side to get here. The actual flames are about a mile away from us right now, so we're in no danger, but as you can see, it's this mixture of a little mist and fog and smoke that makes it impossible to see from the ground. Let's get up in the sky and show you what Myrtle Beach area is like from above.
The blaze rages on this morning, and there's no end in sight. A fire scorching 31 square miles, leveling homes and leaving frightened residents of the Myrtle Beach communities scrambling for their lives.
We barely got out, and I didn't have time to get my dog out, so I guess my dog's gone.
You can see where the edge of the fire is. That's where the fire first started, and it's also the first place where 2,500 people were evacuated. That area is called Barefoot. It's a good thing the evacuation started there because there's nothing left there now.
Amazingly, no injuries have been reported, but the damage is done.
This fire moved through here very rapidly. This is what we had to deal with.
This house remains untouched, while right next door, piles of concrete, ash, and twisted metal are reminders of the fire that came by. From above, the view is just as devastating.
This is the westernmost edge of the fire. It's actually where the fire started. It's really thick, heavy smoke, and you can see the flames underneath the smoke just kind of getting through it at some point.
National Guard helicopters battled the flames, but winds over 20 miles per hour and dry weather aren't helping.
It usually takes a pretty heavy tropical rain to put this out, and we don't have any rain expected well into next week.
Back on the ground, temperatures are rising. Some residents say they were left in the dark as fires closed in on their homes.
Nobody knew until we woke up at 2 o'clock in the morning, and in 10 minutes, they're saying we got to leave right now.
Rachel Plaga's house was already on fire when she woke up.
I ran to the house, got the kids, and said, let's go, the house is burning.
Her daughter passed out from the fumes. They got out alive, but now they have nothing.
It just kind of all hit. Because at first it was like, well, maybe you might have something when you get back there. You might find a picture, you might find a pair of shoes, something, I guess. Yeah. And now it's the reality that there is nothing there. Not even a toothbrush.
It's so difficult to get into this area, to get out of this area. A lot of this is Carolina forest, but we are finding out from the fire department the fire, Robin, is about 50% contained.
And Sam, the smoke, mist, and fog just sitting there this morning because there's no wind. What's in the forecast?
Yeah, there is some wind in the forecast. Right now it's fairly calm and still. We expect a south wind which would move the fire a bit to the north, and at some points it'll be 10 to 12 miles per hour and then get a little gusty. It's the gust that'll be the issue here to these folks. The initial wind will help clear this ground level, kind of that mixture of fog and smoke. It'll help clear that out of the way, but then the concerns of the gust moving the fire again.